What's up? What's up? What's up? So we're back. Um, just want to shout out before I get started with this Okeechobee Rustic Company. Um, Stinky Stompers, ladies, guys, don't want stinky feet. I spray it at night when I take them off, in the morning when I put them on. I'm telling you, it works. Go check her out. Okeechobee Rustic Company. Got the candles, got the Nouveau Riche laundry detergent. I use it. Great stuff, natural. Anyway, the video you're about to see is we were on the Nancy Lynn down in Tavernier, Florida. And this was with Capt Deb Deyo again. Always good to sit down with her, talk with her, stuff that has been going on. I'm sure she's got some announcements. You'll hear about it that'll be coming up. We couldn't talk about it, but I know, so I ain't telling y'all here now. So anyway, boss man, it's good to see you again. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the show, and we'll check you out pretty soon. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Back at it. And again, I am down here in the Keys. I hate suffering. And I'm here with Captain Deb, Blue Water Charters. No, Blue Girl. Blue.
You can't never get it right. It's Blue Water Girl Charters.
Blue Water Girl Charters.
You need to read it? Here you go.
Yeah. Blue Water Girl Charters. Captain Deb.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So we're back. It's not nighttime. But it's hot as balls. Can I say balls on? Okay.
I don't know, why not?
It is hot as balls outside, which means we're in the air condition on the boat, and it's still hot as balls.
It's extremely hot.
In the air condition.
It's August. It's called the dog days of summer.
It is dog daying.
Dog daying.
I'm
sweating so bad.
I actually saw the news this morning. And it said it's going to feel down here like 103. I was like, what the crap?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, though. You know?
In the Keys, 103. But that breeze helps.
It definitely helps. I mean, I'm glad I'm not in Orlando, that's for sure.
And a lot of y'all probably looking like, well, it probably wouldn't be as hot if you weren't wearing a long sleeve shirt, hoodie.
Hey,
yeah.
I buttoned up my shirt, but still, I mean, it's hot. You go outside for 2 seconds and you're just completely soaked and wet. So, I mean, the humidity is terrible, but, you know, that'll be another month or two with that, and then we'll be back to having some cold weather, and the sailfish will be back on.
Oh, yeah,
so that's
January sailfish time.
That's right.
Does it start before then, or?
I think so. I've seen probably our first push of sailfish come in late November.
Okay.
The real first Florida cold front, I would say. Florida cold front would be like anything under 70 or 68 degrees.
Yeah, okay, okay.
and that's just, and basically what that does is it drops the pressure.
Right.
The fish think it's cold, but it's really not. So
and it makes them frisky.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But then that pushes them south from, you know, up where, you know, mid-state Florida or wherever they might be. But they get into definitely a fishing frenzy off the points here and off the reef here, and they chase the ballyhoo, and when we get the ballyhoo coming in, that's when we really get them.
All right. Well, so the last time I was here, we were at night, and we were at what marina were we at?
At Buzzard's Roost.
Buzzard's Roost.
And you got to understand now, I have fished probably, well, not all, but most of the big name marinas in the whole Keys.
Right.
You know, from Ocean Reef all the way down to Ocean's Edge in Key West, and so we're in a new marina now, and I'm excited about that.
And we'll talk about that in a second. But so we talked, and you were running a boat there at Buzzard's Roost, and then you got opportunity to run for 2 conchs in Marathon.
Right.
And you had your boat, And okay, we're gonna back up. We're gonna back up. We're gonna back up.
I'm gonna back you up.
Okay.
So, and the reason is because actually, I hurt myself pretty bad. Mother's Day of 2024.
And that's why you were at Buzzard Creek.
Yeah, so I was just I'm freelancing a lot, and I want to go over that today too, of what freelance is and basically what I do, because I hear it all the time of people's like, oh, Deb, I see you on everybody's boat, or I see you running people's boats, and that's kind of my thing. I like jumping around.
Right.
But actually, yeah. So let's
you got hurt.
That. So I fell from the tower. I had the radio on, and I got up the steps, and I kind of I rang myself.
You shrugged it off though, and kind of like, I'm gonna cry when I get back to the dock.
Well, it happened at a marina here. It happened actually at Wahoo's Marina, or actually it happened at Wahoo's. I was running a boat at Wahoo's, and I came back and I caught my son's first sailfish, or he caught his first sailfish, put him on his sailfish. And I made a dumb mistake, and I left the radio on upstairs, and everything was wet. And I tell you what, I hit the steps, and I rang everything from here down. I was bruised.
Oh.
And I think that they heard me hit, so everybody was like looking. And when you have that
adrenaline going,
pushes you up. It's like, I'm not hurt. Everything's fine, And then you get in the car and you're like, holy crap, I done hurt the crap out of myself. But at the time, I didn't have health insurance. And I went to the hospital. I had to end up going to the hospital a couple days later because I just couldn't walk. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And anyway, after it took me 7 or 8 months to find the funding to have what I need to have done to get back to where I'm at.
Right.
And it was a long road, but they found out when I fell that I landed on my heel. And when that happened, it broke the heel bone, and it stabbed and sliced into my Achilles. So I felt the pain there, and I knew something was major.
Right.
So when they did the x-ray, come to find out, but I didn't have any of that stuff done until after I started working for Jack at Toucan.
Okay.
So that's, and I think running daily, from just running sunsets and ecos to going back fishing hard full time, that I aggravated it so much more, and I just couldn't do it. And one day I was coming down the steps and this is me. And when your foot lets go, you got to let go.
Yeah.
And I knew right then I had to do something. So I had surgery on June 4th.
Okay.
Complete Achilles heel rupture repair. And they ended up putting 2 bolts, or I call it 2 screws, but it's 2 bolts, and they screwed my Achilles tendon back into my heel.
And that was June 4th.
June 4th of this year.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good recovery.
So I have a kick-ass physical therapist.
Well, physical, and by the way, she goes, yeah, I can meet you tomorrow after I see my physical terrorist. And I was like, physical terrorist? What is a physical terrorist?
You can figure that out. And you know what? It's amazing because, he really is. He's got me to places I didn't think that I could get to. He terrorizes my nerve. He terrorizes my tendon enough to aggravate it, to make it work and get better. So I'm building my calf muscles back. And I've got some really cool news in the next couple weeks.
Right.
So the next time you come down here, I'm not going to release that information now.
Yeah.
But
until it's official.
But it's one of these full circle.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And it's pretty cool. I do know, but I can't tell y'all either. But
yes,
but it is cool. What has been presented, and I think it shows that you've really made a name for yourself down here of how you conduct yourself. So I think it says a lot about you from the certain person. So it's going to be cool. We'll do another one when that gets announced. We can't do nothing about it. So, but yeah, so we did that podcast, and then all that's happened.
Yeah. And we did that podcast we did that in February or March.
Yeah.
I think it was March.
Yeah.
And when I saw you then, I was limping.
Yeah.
I remember.
And then, yeah, so.
But I was really lucky to have my friends, I was running, that's a good friend of mine's boat called, Kevin Jeffries out of Key Largo. And he's been a wonderful coach and a wonderful guy. And he gave me a shot just to, get a little money in my pocket so I can get myself fixed. And he has now sold that boat, and it's going to be in a charter boat down here in Alvarado somewhere. But it's just the opportunities of having a lot of guys that I, see that's been in this industry for 30, 25, 30 years. And I'm like, yeah, Deb, you got it. You can do it, and having that faith in me. And that's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I know you really want to talk about, and that's, I mean, we touched on that you've ran this boat, you ran this boat. And I know we probably touched on it a little bit the first time, but let's get into why you like that, why you decided. I mean, like right now you have 3 jobs, kind of 4 jobs. So let's just talk about that, because you're going to be working on your website and everything you're going to offer, and that's doing all 4 of the things. So, and even if you people that are getting married or anniversaries, some things she can do that, but we'll get into that. Make your dreams come true.
That's my
mom.
your fishing dreams or whatever you got.
Yeah. So, well, we can't talk about the 1, but that's going to be part of the 4.
Right.
But why did you, I mean, once you got your captain's license, why did you start, deciding that you like running other people's stuff, I guess?
I think I look at it a little bit more perspective than other people maybe, but I enjoy change. A lot of people don't enjoy change, but I do. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy to be able to catch a sailfish or a dolphin out of my 16-foot skiff versus, it's normal to go out there and catch it in a big charter boat like this. That's a lot of who I am inside of me and the passion that I have. But I also enjoy meeting new people. And I work freelance, which means that if they call me and I'm available that day, I will go do that.
Yeah.
And when I built Blue Water Girl Charters, I built it because I thought that I was, I had a charter boat in Key Largo Fisheries. I absolutely love it in Key Largo. And things have happened. And, this has been a road like you wouldn't believe. And
especially last, what, 3-4 years?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a road, that's for sure. And, when I, you just kind of got to look at yourself and be like, well, this is the character that I have become, and this is the life that I've always wanted, but it's still very, very involved, and there's a lot of things going on with it.
Yeah.
So,
so the 4 job, well, you can't talk about 1, but the 3 jobs.
Yeah. And
what's now, where do you run out of, and what do you do basically?
Okay. So,
and then we'll talk about what's your plan for the Blue Water Girl stuff.
Right.
Okay. All
exactly.
Right. All right. So what's the 3 that you're doing right now?
So right now I'm running offshore charters and like little reef charters on this boat that we're sitting on.
Okay, and what is this boat?
This boat is a 36 lures, and her name's Nancy Lynn.
Nancy Lynn.
Yeah. So she's out of Marbar Tavernier.
Okay.
Also where What the Fish is, which is a great. Matter of fact, you ate that.
I just ate.
That is so good.
The Casa Mar.
Oh, it's so good.
Fish roll, I guess.
Yeah.
It's good.
And then we had Marbar last night.
Marbar.
We had lobster. And
I hope a lot of y'all are not listening. I'm not gonna pin it because I don't want y'all here, but that is a hole in the wall. And I found out today. I'm thinking, okay, she talked about the fish ceviche last night, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it while I'm waiting on Deb to get here. Mm-hmm. And they're not open for lunch.
They're only open 3 hours a day.
4 to 8.
Yeah,
4 to 8.
4 hours now.
And it's good. We had whole lobster with salad or fries, and I had the chips and sausage.
$16.99.
$16.99. Whole lobster.
Do you know how much people pay to come out and get on a lobster boat, go catch a lobster, and come back? I mean, I've done it, but you can come right over here.
Whole lobster. Marbar, and they got iguana bait on tap.
Florida Keys Brewing right there.
Florida Keys. Is that Florida Keys or is that Islamorada Brewing Company?
I'm not sure.
Or is that, they're almost like the same. They're in the same area.
Well, one's blue and one's yellow. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
And I know that
But I think iguana bait is Islamorada because they got some crazy names.
They do. But my favorite is actually a lobster. It's called the spiny hobster.
The spiny hobster?
The spiny hobster.
It's an IPA. I need to get a can of that to take it to my buddy that has a beer review channel. He loves IPAs.
That's a great one. And I don't drink anymore, like hard liquor. I used to eat Captain Crunch in the morning and drink Captain Morgan at night.
Yeah.
And I mean, for dinner, I mean, that's just the way I was when I was chartering, like all the time, because you get so busy. And this past, going through this injury and doing all this other stuff, I've kind of quit drinking. But I'll have a spiny hobster one or two, once a week or something. But
that was good. So you're running this, and this is more offshore.
This is only fishing, and the reason why is because we have a great place for people to come snorkeling and eco tour and sandbar right beside of us at Islander Girl, which is right beside of us.
Right.
But we really like this location because it's quiet. It's
family.
It's I mean.
Like last night, there was like one table and two people at the bar when we got here, and it was great just to chill out. And y'all didn't hear us say Marbar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's also a company here called Paddle the Florida Keys or Paddle the Florida Keys.
And that's paddle boards and
kayaks. They have a locals night here in Key Largo for like $10. You can come out. They give you a kayak. You go out to this little island, and we go. Just hang out.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to get that info because my sister would love that.
Yeah.
Come down here and
get in a kayak and go. But for locals, they do a really, and then all the proceeds, they donate to their favorite charity. Like the one we did a couple days ago was the Florida Keys Children's Shelter. So that was cool. But it's great to be involved in the community down here because I'm considered myself, a Keys girl, a Florida Keys girl, meaning that I fish anywhere from Ocean Reef to probably the other side of Marathon. I grew up fishing down in Big Pine Key and Key West, but I've found over the years
the Upper Keys is where it's at.
It's where it's at. In between, and I don't want to say that out loud.
Marathon and up. Well, I'll say it because
you can say it.
I can say it.
I don't want to have to compete with a lot of these people, but. And so while I'm hurt, I've been also working for Pirates Cove Water Sports, which is up in Key Largo. I've been with them probably almost 5 years.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of freelancing with them. So if, they need something, I'll definitely step in. There's two owners there, Michael Byers and David Sheehan. They've been excellent to me, and they've really taken care of me. So, if they need something, I'll step in. But that's not a daily thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I also run tiki boats at night.
Tiki boats at night.
At night. And, when I got off that bar stool and I quit being a bar fly, I figured out, hey, I can go make money and entertain people.
Right.
So some days I'll, before I got hurt, I was doing full-time fishing charters, and then at 6 o'clock I was running a tiki boat.
Yeah.
And then at 9 o'clock I was home.
So what are the like fees for the tiki boat?
They're pretty cheap. I mean, it depends.
Like if you want it for your
kinds.
So you have one that's private and then one that's
they can all be private. Cruising Tikis of Islamorada is a great one for something family friendly. Going to the sandbar. They're located out of Chesapeake Resort out of Islamorada.
Okay.
But they're smaller tikis and they're more private. They go to the sandbar. And then there's another one at Baker's Cay Resort up in Key Largo.
Okay.
And that's a bigger tiki boat, and they're a little bit more pricier, but they supply they have alcohol and whatever.
Oh, well,
else.
yeah.
So,
I mean, if I'm on a tiki boat, I don't drink much myself, but if I'm down here and I get on a tiki
it's
boat,
included with your ticket, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's always BYOB anyway, but Yeah, I enjoy it because I get to tell my stories. I get to tell, about history of the islands, and I've learned so much from, all these people around that has educated me in reading and stuff
Right,
about the
right.
Upper Keys.
Okay. And we were talking about it. She ain't gonna say it, but I'm people will say, "Oh, you been to Cuba?" No, I almost do not like going past Marathon. I really don't like going past Isla Morada, but I'm gonna go down to Key Colony tonight. But other than that, I'd rather stay. And plus, in 3 hours, I can be in Key Largo from my house.
Right.
And so I'd rather not drive another 2.5 hours
Yeah.
from Key Largo to Key West.
And a lot of people, when they get on the stretch and they get, straight into the Keys, and they just drive right by Key Largo. They drive by Tavernier. They drive by Isla Morada. They drive by Key. They drive by all these cool places, I mean,
Isla Morada's pretty.
Isla Morada's awesome.
It's got a lot going on.
Key Largo is too. And every island here, they're all different. There's over 1,700 islands here in the Florida Keys,
Really?
and only 41 of them are inhabited. So it's a big thing with.
And I think the Key Largo Isla Morada, there's a lot of hole in the walls that if you have never been down here and you don't ask questions, you could spend years finding all the little. Just like I didn't know Marbar was here.
Yeah.
And that's a cool little place.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Then there's a lot of cool little places. There's a little motel right here. Called Creekside Inn. They're like $138, $140 a night. You go to Key West in a place like that, you're paying $400, $500, $600, $800 a night.
Yeah.
And you can come here and
do a day trip or
right.
something.
You get on this boat and you can walk directly to your hotel there. That's another thing is like when you get off a boat, you don't want to have to drive 30, 40, 80 minutes wherever to go.
I mean, you could think about if people stayed here and hey, will you take us down to the Keys on the boat today?
Key West, yeah.
And figure out a cost for that and say, hey, we want to do an overnight where you dock it somewhere. They can stay on the night on the boat.
And I think that's probably going to be the future of what I'm looking at.
You're not one of these that, hey, we're just going to fish. You are always thinking of other things to present to people to enjoy the islands.
Well, I want everybody to experience, really what it's about. And through my own eyes, I still find something every day that's new to me.
Yeah.
When I'm on a boat, and and I don't mean to bring up this cliche, but I am on a boat 300 days a year.
Right.
And or I was until I got hurt.
Right.
But and I will be again very soon. But it's to the point of you have to be their eyes and their ears when they come down here.
Yeah.
Because if I get to the dock, say I'm running an eco tour at Pirates Cove, right?
Yeah.
I get to the dock and the lady's like, or whoever is on the boat, and they're like, oh, I want to go see this. They're depending on me to show them and to know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was funny. I got back at Randy and Annie's house and last night, and I said, I'm thinking about getting up and going to Harriet's in the morning. And they're like, why didn't you just ask us? It's like the people that have been down here forever, they get mad at you because you didn't ask them, but you found out from somebody else. Yeah. And I'm like, my bad. I said, where is it? It's literally, no, 9-minute walk.
Oh, there you go.
So now I drove down there.
So did you get one of those?
I got the wait. I got the Country Benny. Yeah.
Oh,
and
so good.
And it was good. And I know everybody likes those biscuits, but I wasn't a big fan, but I did like. It's basically a country eggs Benedict. It's a big. They just do one. Their biscuits are huge, and they put 2 sausage patties, 2 over medium eggs, and then their sausage gravy is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I saw they had some cool muffins.
Yeah.
That's
what they're known for, I think.
I called in. Look, I called in because when I got there, people stand outside sweating their balls off.
Yeah.
Oh, I said balls again, but
that's your
okay.
Fine. Don't
my
worry
bad.
about it.
My bad.
I might wear mine on my chest, but there they are. But yeah. So and one thing about Harriet's, you've got.
I just called that. I just called that. So basically,
that's what I tell.
I mean, we're going off the. So that's a good one. I've never heard that.
Absolutely.
So when I say, "Hey, girl, grab your balls, let's go,"
it's the same thing as tits up. Let's go.
Okay.
Chin up, tits up.
So you wear your ball. Oh, my bad. You wear your balls are on.
And
I got you.
I guess that's being in a male-dominated industry here. Is you kind of gotta. My grandpa used to say, "Hey, you need to get bootstraps. Pull your bootstraps up." Okay, well, right now I'm almost 45. I got to pull my boobs up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of the.
Yeah.
I come up with the
little sayings.
Like
that's good because never heard that. I wear mine on my chest. I might wear
your bigger than yours.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Let's get back to Harriet's.
Okay.
Because I want to tell you this first because this is something with places that we eat and down here in the Keys. And when you have a restaurant that supports your locals, like they support, tourists, and we love our tourists. This is a tourism driven industry. This is what we do, it is. But when a situation comes and you don't have a pot to piss in, literally, because you just got wiped out by a hurricane.
Right.
There's one or two places on this island that still feed the people to make sure that we still survive. And one of them was Harriet's. And during, and especially, and they did it during Hurricane Irma. They did it during COVID. It's about how long Harriet's has been here and the way they support us. And it's amazing what they do. And I always recommend that.
Yeah.
But Mangrove Mike's is the same way in Islamorada. Yeah. But there's a lot of good places you can eat breakfast.
Yeah. And so shout out to Harriet's
shout out for
being a big locals.
Yeah, I'd probably starve during COVID if it was for Harriet's.
And honestly, if you're driving south, you're gonna miss it if you're not paying attention because of the trees in front of it.
But on Saturdays and Sundays, and that's a little dangerous, especially here.
I had to park in the median, walk across.
See, I quit a job one time in Key Largo because they made me walk across the US 1. I am not kidding you. I was freelancing for a company in Key Largo, right near mile marker 100. I'm not gonna tell you what. I'm not gonna tell you where, but I had to cross it. I had to park at this furniture company and walk across the street. Well, US 1, as y'all all know, is like death place. I mean, that's what I call it.
Yeah,
it's not safe, especially during the winter.
Yeah, especially November to March or April.
I told him, I was like, I need to pretty much, park on the other side because I just about got creamed by a state trooper. Like he was probably going 130, 140. And I mean, he just about got me right there. So I walked to my boss that day and I was like, look, if I can't park across the street, I'm not coming back. And he's like, well, I'm sorry you got to. And I was like, okay, bye. Have a good day. I'm not taking a chance and dying.
Well, what's crazy is before I crossed, I looked and the cars were far away. Well, by the time I got across, they were right on my butt. I'm like, isn't it 50 through here?
No, not to them.
Not to them.
No, and
that's like the Audubon. And I'm like, where are the cops? Because
no, there's plenty of cops on this island. Trust me.
Believe me. I was coming, and luckily, I know to do 45, 50. That's it. I won't go over 50 because next thing you know, I see two troopers here. I see two cops here. But when I'm having to cross the road, I don't see no cops nowhere.
And that's another thing is we've had, a lot of law enforcement present. There's 6 different departments here in the Keys. 6. And probably 7 if you think about it for a minute. But I mean, and we're definitely the locals, everything is a little different here, but I don't feel safe crossing the road.
Yeah.
And especially during the wintertime. And it's something that, either some crosswalks or something. I mean, my son, he rides his bicycle to work and he has got one of those electric bicycles, and I cringe every day. And I'm like, I make him text me as soon as he gets there. I make him text me as soon as he gets home. And it's like, I worry because that road.
Well, and I mean, it's all roads in Florida. Highway
I'm from North
27 where
Carolina, and I don't know where y'all learned to drive in Florida. I think it might be the Sears and Roebuck Company or something.
I think it's just survival.
But it's bad.
I think it's survival of snowbird survival.
Yeah, but I can go around mountains and go down hills, round left turns and right turns.
I'm gonna go on another thing, but
flat here.
I went to West. So my mom's brother married a girl from. My uncle married a girl from West Virginia. So we used to have family reunions every 5 years. So her side of the family and our side of the family up there.
Same sides of the family though?
No.
I mean,
it's different branches. It's different branches, but
no,
different streams, different streams. But up there, so every time we go up there, they'd have dirt track races. So we go to the dirt track race. Up there, the 2-lane roads are so narrow, and it's curvy and hilly, and the speed limit's 55 miles an hour, and I'm doing 40 because I'm like, holy crap! And they're narrow. All of a sudden, here comes a guy passing you that is fixing the race in his race car.
I'm telling you,
they are crazy.
There's nothing like a mountain boy from North Carolina running roads like that. That's where they used to run liquor.
Yeah, I think it's in their blood because that's where all the moonshine movies, all the movies were based on North Carolina stuff.
I have seen it. I've seen it from my, I grew up there, and my father was prominent into NASCAR, so like I was around a lot of that, a lot of history.
Yeah. Well, they used to run from Tennessee to North Carolina. That gap up there, up above Knoxville, that goes to Asheville and Bristol, and they'd run to Asheville, and
I mean, like they used to. So my father was a carburetor specialist. Okay. So he built carburetors, and he could tune them to where, you could get an extra 8, 10, 20 even horsepower out of one little tiny bit of a, not even a 64th, tune. And, to watch him do that, and then the car he started into drag racing when I was real small, and then he went into circle track racing, Hickory Motor Speedway, and went into all that. And I want to talk about that a second too, in a minute. But he really he wrote the rule book for NASCAR for, a few of the short track, and he was real prominent in NASCAR. But going back to Hickory Motor Speedway, you'll never guess what happened to me last week or 2 weeks ago.
I probably won't be able to guess, but I'm sure it's something, or we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Absolutely not. So, Hickory Motor Speedway is my home track. I from when I was like 6 years old, maybe even 4 years old, I spent a lot of time in the pits. I spent a lot of time, I've known the announcers, I've known, everything. So a guy I fish with down here, his name's Heiko. He owns an app called Boat Daddy. And you guys, if you got a boat and you need you need somebody to go with you that day, download the app. It's an amazing thing that he's really put together.
So what does it do?
So it helps people that are single on boats find other people to go out and party with them or go fishing with them. And another thing is it does a lot of things. It's also a chart. He does have a few charters up there as well. But come to find out, I was scrolling on Instagram, and I was like, Boat Daddy on a race car. And so there's this kid, his name is Landon Huffman. And the reason I say he's a kid is because I knew his father when his father raced him.
Really?
So I think about it as he's like, but I don't know how old he is. But he's probably my kid's age.
Yeah.
My oldest is 26.
Right.
And Heiko with South Florida Fishing Channel and Boat Daddy app wrapped his car, and he was at Hickory Motor Speedway.
Really?
And you talk about a small world.
Oh yeah, that's very small.
It's so small.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a small 3/8 oval track in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
I mean, guy that lives it's Hickory in North Carolina.
Right. Yeah. And I see this guy every Tuesday at the Big Chill, and we hang out at the Big Chill with a bunch of my friends, the Florida Fishing Couple, and Keys Deep people, and there's a lot of things that we do on Tuesday nights for local nights. And then I look at him and I'm like, "You're in my hometown."
Yeah.
And then he told me, he's like, "Yeah, everybody talks like you up here. It's weird."
So Boat Daddy, I'm gonna have to look that up.
App.
Boat Daddy app.
Yeah.
I might have to download the Boat Daddy app.
I think everybody should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a change of our industry, and you know, definitely we're going through some change right now. But you know,
Boat Daddy app.
You got to look.
So
at
so basically, if I came down here and I didn't want to fish by myself,
Hickory, North Carolina,
right?
You know, and Lake Norman's up there, and you've got Lake Lookout up there, and whatever. I mean, just download the app and check it out. And what you do is you basically see who's around, and then you know you can keep them. I don't know. It's just. I have to
look at. Yeah, I have to look it up.
It's a fun thing.
Yeah, because I mean, even if I come down here by myself and say, "Hey, anybody want to go fishing today?" I guess exactly. Is that what it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah,
it's kind of it's a lot of people that want to go fishing. They don't have the boats to go fishing, and you know it's just a different.
I'm gonna have to listen to this whole thing so I can shout out everybody.
I know, right?
That we.
I can name drop now.
Yeah.
You know me.
I mean, I seen. I didn't even talk to them this time at ICAST. I seen the Florida fishing couple. They were walking around. I was like, everybody was busy this year, and I was like, I'm not talking to nobody.
We're going next year.
I know,
I don't know what kind of company we can use mine. Okay, we'll go under mine. Blue Water Girl Charters. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I missed out, and you know what? I had the FEMO going. Whatever. FEMO. Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Because like every day I was like looking at everybody's Instagram stories.
But because if you'd have known this other thing that was going to happen, you should have gone with me.
Yeah. I would have went with you, but I mean, I was in a complete splint.
Yeah. Yeah.
For 10 days after surgery.
We could have got you one of them little things where you put your knee on it and you just kind of cruise around, or get you in a what's his name was there? Captain Bowser. He was in his scooter.
Bouncer?
Yeah, Bouncer.
Bouncer.
Yeah,
Bouncer Smith.
He was in his scooter.
Yeah.
Scooting around, hugging on all the women.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he loves that. That's for sure. That's definite. I love Bouncer. Bouncer, if you're listening to this is shout out to you. Yeah. You've done a lot in this charter industry, and you are one of my heroes. That's for sure. So I'm sorry I missed you this year at ICAST.
I mean, I was going to talk to him, but
you should have talked to him.
I know, but he was surrounded.
Well, he could introduce you.
Yeah.
Because he knows Miles.
Yeah.
I promise you. So, yeah, he's an excellent dude, and I did a radio show with him, for years. And speaking of that, I do have to announce that I'm no longer with the Nautical Ventures Fishing Show.
Yeah, you told me that today.
Yeah. And
so,
I just kind of.
I mean, they're gonna miss out on the Yeehaw Boys.
Yeehaw
Boys.
I mean, I wish I was back. That's for sure.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe, you listening? Hey, Rick, you're listening. I don't know. I miss y'all. No, I just got caught up with my foot and got caught up with all this other stuff going on with.
But they'll be wanting you back here very soon.
Well, I hope so.
I think they will.
I hope they want my yeehaw, babe.
They don't want. They want the yeehaw from Key Largo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you're gonna get that for sure. I'm excited about new ventures. I can't really.
Oh no. Let's see. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right, we're back on.
Oh, we're back on?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. And that's the good thing about doing the free record.
I guess so. It's not live.
Yeah.
Oh,
so little yeah. Because we're having to do this with my phone down in the.
Hey, it's hotter than balls.
Yes.
Okay. See, I'll say it this time.
And there was a breeze, but the breeze ain't helping. Breeze ain't. And according to the Miami weather, that the Keys was going to be feeling like 103 today. So, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm only working in the early mornings and late afternoons.
We were going to do it last night, but
Spiny Hobsters.
Yes. And then we, the whole lobster, and we got the chit chat, and I'm like, yeah, we'll do it a different time.
Right.
So,
and this worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome. We're down here by ourselves, and we're looking around, and
Yeah, this will sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, at least maybe 5 people. You might be able to get 2 up there. Yeah,
I mean, a little family or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got some definite
So
plans.
so let's talk about we can end on talking about what your goals are with each thing and what your idea for trying to do. Also, if anybody that does drone work, she would probably work out a little bit of fishing to do some drone work.
That's right.
And put together a video for her. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do some, but
thank you very much for helping me out. Because right now I'm building this from the ground up, and I've been building this business since June 2020.
Because we had talked because Joe said, "Oh, you need to talk to Deb," and that's when I heard you on the show.
Cowboys.
And I think weren't you down in Key West building a boat or restoring a boat?
I was working on a 70 Hatteras down south running it. Yeah.
So
it's a private gig.
Right. So
it's another one of my freelance gigs.
Then I met you at what's the one down in Isla Mirada? You had the yellow boat.
That's when I worked at Wahoo's.
Was it Wahoo's? Is that
across
from the Boy Scout thing?
Oh yeah. I was at Calusa Cove. That's
Calusa Cove. That's it.
So that's Blue Water Girl. That was supposed to be my charter boat.
And then
we got a storm. It was actually,
but that also ended with that guy trying to take your name and all that had the boat. Yeah, but that's where, because my cousin kind of knew you, Greg Hustnander.
Yes.
And he said, "Oh yeah, Deb's at Calusa Cove," and that's where
that's where your timeshare was.
Well, no, they just rented a house, but that's where we go out, and when we catch, we come in the restaurant. Habanos would cook it for us. So, and then I was like, and then I worked it out when you were down there. I got to meet you in person, then seen you at ICAST and all that. But that's where the guy, basically you got Blue Water Girls going, and then out of nowhere, the guy.
I've been in business 2 years, and I just decided that I needed some monetary help with the boat and some other things. I decided to go in as a partnership. And
right.
I got screwed.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
This industry is like that. I mean, not only, but this guy, he screwed other people in this town. So, I mean, it's not like it was me only, but I mean, sometimes, like Grandpa said, you got to.
Now, do they
bootstraps
doing the way you do a lot of these boat owners? Do you sign agreements with them, or it's just a verbal?
It's a verbal thing,
and then some people are just shitty.
Some people, yeah. I mean, this actually was a contract with this guy.
Okay.
He wasn't the boat owner. He ended up getting the boat from a mechanical hold from the boat yard. So I didn't realize how much of a snake he was, like where he affiliated the boat from, and everything else that he had done was not on the up and up. So I didn't realize that. And there was some people that probably I shouldn't have dealt with. That that it's just not. It wasn't a good situation for me. It's not something. I'm a family type captain. I enjoy
taking families out.
Teenage girls. I enjoy teenagers. I enjoy families. I enjoy 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. I don't enjoy that type of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I'm not into it.
One thing, and
I'm a grandmother. Yeah. I'm a grandmother. Can you believe that?
My daughter, if you're listening, all I
don't
pray.
Listen to me.
Listen, all I pray for is that she gets married. That will be the first miracle.
There you go.
So we got 2 miracles to go. We're just gonna be thankful she gets married.
That's right.
So one of the things, like, it's so funny how younger kids, there's opportunities for them, but they just don't want to. So I kind of hinted around to some people in my town. I said, any of you kids that want to get into like fishing, photography, video, and like my friend Dennis, he's full-time video for Victor with hold on, Land Shark Outdoors.
Land Shark.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But Dennis, at my 50th birthday, my sister did the same thing. She did stuff by herself. So my 50th birthday, I planned a trip in Chuckaluskee, a trip in Biscayne Bay the next day, and then I went and caught barramundi up in Kissimmee with what's his name. And so Dennis, out of the blue, he said, and I'll get to my point, but he said, "Hey, can I come with you to Chuckaluskee?" I said, "Sure." He said, he said, "I'm practicing doing videos." And he put together a 1 minute, 16-second video. The crappy thing about it was all we had was Fishing Florida product reels. It looked like a Fishing Florida product commercial.
Some of these guys are just unbelievable.
He caught a shad. So we were using shad and we were throwing, well, not shad. Well, it might have been shad or pinfish, whatever it was.
Right.
We were throwing it under the mangroves.
Whitebait.
Well, the captain I was with, Scout Morris, he threw it under the mangroves, skipped it under there. All of a sudden, and I didn't know Dennis caught it till he did his editing.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the bait jumping out of the water because the snook was chasing it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that snook got it, and he got the whole thing up close.
That's cool.
Oh, I mean, he got the bait jumping out.
That's cool.
And after that, next thing you know, he is, and he had his own little charter business, kayak charter business, him and another guy, and he would video. Well, all of a sudden, now he's not the main video guy, but he got hooked up with Carter Andrews. So he was like the second photographer, and Dennis loves underwater stuff. He has the big camera for underwater. He's got with Victor videos of catching, is it sperm whale? Is that the one with the dots? It's like dark with dots and everything.
Either that or the right whale.
Whatever it was.
Yeah,
he got that out in California, I think.
Yeah, it's
swimming underwater with them. And then they went to Mexico because Victor wanted to catch a Cabera snapper on a popper on top water. Took him 6 days. On the 6th day, he caught it, and Dennis followed that Cabera snapper all the way to the bottom with the camera. It was cool.
See, and you can do that there, but you can't do that here.
But
you know why?
Not in 2,000 feet of water.
No, no, we don't catch them in 2,000 feet of water.
But the sharks,
the Cabera snapper, actually, they spawn here in the Keys.
Yeah.
The moon in July, August, and September are 3 months for Cabaras. On a particular wreck up in Key Largo, but they're in, I don't know, 200-300 feet, depending on what wreck you're on. But if you get 1 out of 6 or 10 up whole, you're doing something.
Because of the sharks.
The sharks are
so bad.
Like if you put a diver in the water, they're.
And there needs to be something done with that. But anyway, so my point was, one of my ideas was I would help somebody start a company, and I wanted to put it. This is when I was passionate about building rods. Not so much anymore. I still build them, but not. I mean, she would love me to be passionate now with what she needs to do, but it's not happening. Anyway, but my idea was, part of my company was to offer, like you say, I have a family, and say, look, here's a charter, but I also offer for $500 extra. I'll have a video guy on the boat. We'll video the whole family trip, take pictures, all that, edit it, put it together, and give it to. I tried to get some young people interested in this, and I said, I'll go get the money and buy all the equipment to do it right. And nobody wanted to do it.
Passion.
And I think it would be,
it's a great idea.
It would be a good idea to offer every captain down the Keys and say, hey, I got 3 people. Here's our package. If you want to offer this to your people, we'll give you a cut if you get us on there.
The only thing about that, and this is the only thing that I see, is that, it's with the captains down here, it's room on the boat.
Right.
And, if you've got
if you got a 30-footer and it's a center console,
6 people, that option's not there because Coast Guard don't allow that option to be there.
Yeah.
But
if you have a boat like this,
yes, if you have a boat like this, definitely
Hatteras.
I really think that
the bigger yacht boats would be good for that.
And, we do a lot of, like, custom fish mounts. We catch a big fish, great taxidermy's big.
Oh, yeah.
Here. But that's something, a video now we're in 2025.
Yeah.
People are big on social media. They're big, they want videos. Man, there's like 8 pictures of me when I was a kid.
You could do the whole trip, one video, and then make a bunch of shorts.
Right.
Say,
absolutely.
hey, this is your package. If you want shorts, it'll cost you a little bit more, whatever. And you can do, but AI can do all the shorts.
Yes, I can.
Here's your video. If you go look up this one, you can make your shorts the way you want to. So, yeah, anyway, but those are ideas I've always had and just can't get people to want to do it.
I think it's passion. My big thing is, like, when I have a family come down, whether I meet them on an eco tour, or whether I meet them fishing or whatever, and they have a kid or whatever, and they're like, oh, when we come back, and I'm like, yeah, when you come back, but let me have your kid for the day. I hate to, I tell the parents that, I'm like, look, let them ride out with me on a charter, be my mate for the day, and let me show them what I do without you being there. And people like that.
Like
idea.
if you offered that as a thing and say, hey,
it's like a camp, and
it'll cost you this much for your kid to be a mate and learn everything.
Right. And another thing is it gives parents time for themselves.
Right.
And it's basically, it's not a free babysitter, but it's an educational babysitter.
Right.
Or not a babysitter, because these kids aren't babies, but when
that
I
might
was
be a good thing
through, when I was starting, my charter business in 2020, I can't tell you how many young men I had on my boat. And, and that was reason because I saw the passion that they have. And, if I can be just a good influence to just one person, but just to show the passion that I have.
Okay. Well, we're getting close.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's some of the main things you want to say in the next 5-10 minutes? I mean, like, what do you want people to know as far as what you're going to be doing, and that you're back,
I'm
and
back.
how they can get a hold of you,
Absolutely.
and all that.
So I had to do some definite information change. I had to change my phone number. You can definitely reach out to me on social media. Blue Water Girl Charters on Instagram. Captain Capt Deb Deyo on Facebook. I also have a TikTok, Blue Water Girl Charters. A lot of that's just fun, and it kind of just gets just a little piece of the top of what I'm about. But my passion is just showing people what this place is about, and how, just the life that it is.
Yeah.
And in the long run, like I said, I've got a big announcement coming up very soon, and I'm going to let someone make the announcement for me because it's that big, and I'm so excited for it. But I think in the long run, in the next 5-7 year run, I would like to have my own, like, Airbnb with a kids camp where they can come down and I can have 4 or 5 kids with me, and I can actually be the educator.
Right.
I'd also like to offer here, for me, I would like to offer any classroom teacher here in the Keys. I don't care where you're at. If you're a science teacher, a math teacher, come along with me one day and let me see what we can do, and to teach your kids about about the reef. I'd love to come in and speak at a lot of the schools and give the education that that's my biggest thing, is to make sure. And the fish are the bonus. And I keep saying this, and yes, I'm passionate about fishing. I love it, but it's also about the character and the trip.
Oh yeah.
And the experience.
I'm glad I got to come down here again.
Thank you for coming, and thank you to make sure that I didn't die when I failed.
Yes.
But it's been a long road, like I said. And I'm glad to be back, and you're going to see me online some more.
Yeah, if we can figure out how to use the boom mic that I got you.
Yes.
And
I'm
the
so bad
thing
with electronics.
that we may start a weekly or bi-weekly thing.
I think that would be
like
fun.
A bi-weekly thing.
Yeah.
Because my sister, I was like, how come you didn't call me? She goes, oh, well, it's bi-weekly with your sister.
Well,
and I was like,
I do have to say this before we go, but I got called the worst friend in the world yesterday, and it really made me upset. But I am not a good friend. I am not, because I'm busy and I have things to do. And to be honest with you, I really have, my brain set here, but my phone, these people, they need to pick up the phone and call me. And that's what my phone number has changed. It's online, but I don't want to be the worst friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I forget because I am 44 years old, y'all.
Some of my best friends is just
it's not that I don't love y'all.
They're helping raise a grandkid, and it'll be like, "Hey, I called you." Yeah, I know. I was with my and I was like,
yeah.
He said, "Man, my wife told me I needed to call." I was like,
busy.
I know if I had something bad going on, you would help me.
100%.
Other than that, when you get our age, it's got to be that way.
Yeah. And
when you're 20, you want somebody to be there all the time. Now it's like,
I have 3 children. They're all grown. My youngest turns 21 in September. And, they keep me on my toes, even though 2 of them out of 3 of them don't live here.
But honestly,
yeah.
the older you get, the more you really just like chilling out by yourself at the house.
Yeah, some days.
Yes.
Some days. I grew up as an only child, so I don't mind being alone.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it's been great having you down this time.
Yeah.
And I know everything's kind of crazy but like I said, we are in this boat.
Yes.
Here are the creeks and cradles, and this is Tavernier.
Tavernier. I like Tavernier. It's in
right
the middle.
Over the bridge.
Right in the middle between the 2 best islands I like. And
even though it says welcome to Isla Mirada, it's really Tavernier. So as soon as you
there is one Tavernier sign, but I mean, I'm so used to going out with Randy because he goes out of Lorelei. And I love Lorelei because I always get the key lime. No, the key lime colada.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't drink like I used to. I just can't drink like anymore.
I just drank that one because Randy calls it a celebratory drink, and all the bartenders every time say, "What are y'all celebrating?" That we made it back from Flamingo.
I remember in 2000. Right. I remember in 2018. They used to have a happy hour at 350 margaritas.
Oh.
And we'd ride our bicycle from Bud Mary's.
I'd hurt myself.
Oh, we did on the way back for sure. But I mean, it was a great ride there.
Yeah.
But after 10 or 12 of those, you try to ride home, you take a dirt fall fast. But I'm like I said, that's been a few years ago. So I'm getting older now.
All right. Well, I think we're done. Hey, I want to shout out, and I've never done it, but Movo, this is their little portable thing. It's a little portable.
I love these.
Instead of having the big board, it's great. And I didn't bring the right connection to have 2 headsets, but Deb's telling me she can hear me, so we're good. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and we'll do it again, and we'll keep tabs on Deb and come down again after the big announcement.
And I'm taking you fishing.
Yeah, we're going. Well, I might need to come down before September and try to catch a cabera.
We can make that happen.
Yeah,
we got to keep an eye on the weather.
Yeah,
we're in this weather pattern.
Well, we're in the hurricane season now.
We're in the
Luckily, we're missing Aaron right now, but there's one coming.
Did you see 82-foot waves in the middle of Aaron?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they said it was going to push, and that anybody likes to surf, like in Cocoa and all that, they might have some good surfing.
So Virginia Beach is having their annual surfing competition.
Oh, this ought to be good.
The 18th and the 24th of August. So they're calling. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be nice.
But thank you for having me.
Yes.
I could talk all day.
All right. Later, y'all.
See ya. Yeehaw, boys.